Mr. Speaker, sir, on the recommendation of the Governor, I beg, sir, to move that an additional amount of rupees 3 crores 70 lakhs 15,364 be granted to the Minister in charge to defray certain charges which will come in the course of payment during the year ending the 31st March 2025 for the administration of the heads 2045, other taxes and duties on commodities and services, 2501, Special Program for Rural Development, 2552, Northeastern Areas, 2801, Power, 2801, New and Renewable Energy, 4552, Capital Outlay on Northeastern Areas, 4801, Capital Outlay on Power Projects, 6801, Loans for Power Projects.
Motion moved. Now there is one cut motion against this grant tabled by Dr. Mukul Sangma, MLA and Leader of Opposition. Dr. Mukul Sangma, you may kindly move, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move that the total provision of rupees
Demand number 6.
Number 6. Yeah. I beg to move that the total provision of 3 crore 70 lakhs 15,364 supplementary demand number 6 head 2045 other taxes and duties on commodities and services 2810 new and renewable energy at page 10 to 12 of list of supplementary demands be reduced by rupees 1, that is the amount of the whole supplementary demand of 3 crore 70 lakhs 15,364 to stand reduced by rupees 100.
Motion moved. Now you may initiate the discussions.
Mr. Speaker, sir, thank you for the time. I would like to be very brief and very specific. Now, this fund is for the purpose of supporting our whole commitment and resolve to deal with multiplying and amplifying the availability and access of energy from non-renewable sources so that we have access to renewable energy. Solar, this is specific to assistance for solar hybrid inverters with batteries. So may I know from the Minister in charge and be enlightened on how this project will be implemented, the parameters adopted in respect of identifying the targeted beneficiaries, keeping in mind the need to have transparency and also equal opportunities for those who desire to benefit out of this program. What measures have been incorporated in the process of implementation so that those who desire to avail this kind of benefit supported by the government can participate and be partner in achieving this goal of encouraging our citizens, the families, to resort to accessing to renewable energies. This is the only brief submission, and I expect clarity on this approach. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Anybody wish to participate? Yes. Baroni Lindo, please.
So I also like to participate in this cut motion brought by the Honorable LO, Dr. Mukul Sangma. So there is, this interrupted power supply. So if, I don't know, the minister can support the farmers, for example, these water pumps, if it can be provided to farmers so that, when there is, electricity shutdown, farmers and then some of these small entrepreneurs, for example, engage in fabrication works. Sometimes, for example, when there is, maintenance work being done for the entire day, sometimes it goes on for a week or 2-3 days. So most of these small entrepreneurs, for example, sir, those who are engaged in this fabrication works, welding works, the entire day is spent useless. And in the evening, they cannot do the work because it interrupts the power supply in the locality or in the village. So, sir, I also would like to get some kind of assurance from the Honorable Minister if this can be looked into, and then those who are registered can be supplied with this kind of pump so that, their work is not hindered, their livelihood is not impacted, sir. This is just the points I would like to bring, sir.
Since there are no more participants, you may take your time to reply, please. The Minister in charge.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. At the beginning, let me thank the Honorable Leader of Opposition who have brought this card motion and thereby seeking some clarification. And as he was also very precise to the points, and I would be also limiting to those points only. But for the benefit of the House, I think I will give a brief description so that will also take care of the queries raised by our Honorable MLA R.V. Lindo. Sir, the CM Solar Mission was launched on 11th August 2023. And in 2023, the state was facing a lot of power cuts. We were having scheduled power cuts in capital city and Tura, Juai, almost 7 hours per day. And in rural hours, our power cut, that is scheduled power cut, was almost 9 hours. And on top of that, there was tripping, there was shutdown for repair renovation, and the state was facing a lot of problems. And with that, our Honorable Chief Minister has come out with this idea that if we can harness this solar power, this will also contribute in mitigating the power shortage. And with that target, this mission was launched. When the mission was launched for the publicity, we have advertised through different media, and one of these things is that in prominent places, we have put flex signboards so that the general public know about that. And in this, we have put some components, and in these components is that one will be 850 volt ampere and 1.7 kVA. This will be the first our general masses, in which the government will be providing 90% subsidy. This is targeted for 0.85 kVA solar hybrid solar inverter and 0.17 kVA solar inverter. This will be providing 5 LED lines of 9 watt each, 2 pedestal fans of 30 watt, and 2 cell phones can be charged from 0.85 kVA inverter. Then for 1.7 kVA, we can light 6 LED lights, 9 volt each, 2 ceiling fans, 70 watts, and it will also charge 2 cell phones. Similarly, we have for the middle income group, we have 3 kVA and 5 kVA lines, where the subsidy will be little bit less. Government only will provide 50% subsidy. And this also say, for example, 5 kVA, this can lit 30 LED bulbs of 9 watt each, 6 ceiling fans of 70 watt each, charging of 4 cell phones, then 1 LED TV of having 100 watt, 1 refrigerator of having 400 watt, and 2 laptops of 70 watt. From henceforth, we'll be going for a little bit higher groups, that is 10 kVA. This will be for the schools, for the MSMEs, where Baroni's query was there that whether this fabrication and all these people can apply or not. So MSMEs will be, if they are registered, they will be considered for that farms, those farms. Then we will be providing to poultry farms, then khadi industries, even we are providing hospitals. Sir, I like to mention that the rural hospitals in the state were immensely benefited from solar panels, and there is no problem when outages are there. Then Pradhan Mantri Employment Generation Schemes, then we will be providing for those entrepreneurs who provide bed and breakfast and common service centers and all those programs. Then we will be having around 25 kVA. This is also for bigger schools, say secondary, higher secondary schools, if they want to have also, will be even including for the MEs, hospitals and other institutions. Then on top of that, we will go for 40 kVA for hospitals, hotels, colleges and large scale factories. So here, this higher version, the subsidy rate will be only 50%, and remaining 50%, 10% will be the contribution of the beneficiary. And remaining 40%, if the beneficiary wants, they can go for loan from the banks because it is tied up in that way. So these are the basic things, and on top of that, we are having some small components like 1.1 kVA and 2.2 kVA, which we will be providing to lower primary schools to provide them electricity, and of course this will be from government side, so 10% will be subsidized. Sir, this is the things. Now what our honorable leader of opposition has said that how the beneficiary will be selected. Sir, beneficiary will be selected initially by the BDOs concerned. Then they will send the list to DCs, and ultimately this will be considered. We are also opening up a portal through which also beneficiaries can apply. So there won't be any discrepancies, or the options will be given to all the beneficiaries who wants to take the benefits. But one thing is here, other than 1.1 kVA and 2.2 kVA mean for the lower primary schools, all other will be having a beneficiary's contribution portion of 10%, and the higher version of 50%. If they require, they can go to the bank for loans. As I mentioned that it is tied up with the banks also. Sir, regarding the agricultural farmers, we have a scheme. It is not a new scheme, it is quite old scheme, that is called PM Kusum scheme. But somehow after making so many awareness programs, sensitization with the farmers, there were less takers. So now we are again trying to simplify giving the state subsidy into that, so that it becomes more attractive to the beneficiaries. So these are the few pertinent points and which are raised, and I think I have clarified all the doubts regarding this. And with these few words, I will request the Honorable Leader of Opposition to kindly withdraw the cart motion. Thank you, sir.
May I know the Leader of the Opposition?
Reply in precision. But the targeted beneficiary, why I have sought this information from the Minister in charge is because there are a number of institutions which probably are skipping the attention of the implementing agency. I have visited quite a number of schools. I am happy that schools are included, but specifically, you may recollect that the blocks where we had the very low female literacy rate, the Government of India embarked upon an initiative, and we have this Kasturbha Gandhi Bal Vidya we call it KGBB. In many of the blocks, wherever the female literacies were less, in order to do good to that, rather to address this concern. So these particular schools have children who are actually residential students, and they are in a pathetic condition. So may I request the minister in charge to see that this particular area of concern is addressed in priority. Because as we all know, as human, if there are two babies crying, the mother will feed her own baby first. So this is my submission before the August House through this cut motion. And if I get the assurance, I'll be pleased to withdraw the cut motion.
Sir, in the due course of my reply, I have already mentioned that our target zone is the schools, especially the rural school where great connection is not there. Specifically, you mentioned for those schools, yeah, we will be examining the issue, sir.
KGBB. We have KGBB. I would request the minister to go and visit also. So let us say that, okay, we will give priority. Otherwise, you depend on BDO, how the BDO will use the parameters. These are questions. That's why I'm suggesting this. They are our baby.
Yes, sir. I told that we will see how many schools are required and will prioritize on the schools.
So I am very pleased with the reply and assurance, and I beg the leave of the House to withdraw the cut motion.
Since the mover has withdrawn his cut motion, now let me put the question before the House. The question is that the ground number 6 be passed. Those who are for the motion say aye. Aye. Those who are against say no. Ayes have it, and the motion is carried and ground number 6 is passed.